Well, Ethan, firstly, welcome to the Football Club. You're officially a Bolton Wanderers player. Now just talk us through, now everything's done, you've done all your stuff with us and you sat here talking to me on the interview, just how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, absolutely buzzing to be here. At a club of this size, we just kind of spoke about ourselves, club of this size. I'm delighted to be here and I can't wait to get going.
And what was it when you're making your decision? Obviously there's been a bit of interest in you. Just what was it when Bolton came calling? Was it like, yeah, I want to play my football here?
Yeah, I don't think, when a club of size comes calling, I played here away before. I know the atmosphere, even when you bring numbers to, when I was at Lincoln obviously, they bring really good numbers away from home as well, and I don't think a fan base like this and a club of this size you can possibly turn down. It was so appealing to me.
And the conversations you probably had with the people in the club when you've been doing all your contracts and everything else, you must really excite you about the expectations here and what we want to achieve.
Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to it. I think me and the club's, ambitions align. We want to play at the next level, as simple as that. We want to take this club as far as we possibly can together, and I'm really excited about that, and hopefully thrive off the pressure that comes with it.
And let's have a look at you. You're 24 years of age, close to 250 games already, so look, you've got a lot of experience at such a young age for a footballer.
Yeah, I think that helps me. It should hopefully help me in playing in front of big crowds every week, which I'm looking forward to. Something maybe a bit different to what I'm used to. But yeah, 250 games, almost played loads of games, chunned them out. I like to be available as much as possible, and yeah, can't wait.
And you've got obviously experience at this division with Lincoln, obviously 2.5 seasons there. Just talk us through what that experience and getting to know the English football as well. What was that like for you?
Yeah, I had a brilliant 2.5 years. A bit different to Scotland. There's a lot more teams, a lot more exciting almost. You play every team twice and you get to go home and away, so it is fun, and every team brings a different challenge. So it's been good to get used to it. Saturday, Tuesdays as well, something a bit different, but something that I enjoy as a player who doesn't want to play games all the time. So yeah.
And in your first full season there, I think you got Fans Player of the Year, Supporters Player of the Year, Players Player of the Year as well. So look, you must look back on your time there at Lincoln with quite a bit of fondness.
Yeah, definitely. They gave me my platform to come and play in England, which I've always wanted to do since I was young, and I can only thank the club for that. And as you said, voted Fans Player of the Year and Players Player of the Year my first full season, which was a great achievement because we had some good players that year, and we finished 2 points off the playoffs, so it was a strong season all round for the team, and one I look back with great fondness. And
your time in Scotland as well, started out at St Mirren. Just how helpful was that time in your career? Because you broke into the first team quite young, so was that a great experience for you?
Yeah, I started playing when I was 16 really, which is an experience. Yeah, it was boys v men really, but no, it was brilliant, and it can only stand me in good stead for what's coming next.
And now looking ahead, obviously you're arriving with a week to go until the main season starts. Look, where are you at with your prep? I'm guessing you've been flying in pre-season with Lincoln anyway, so you're ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go. Looking forward to hopefully hitting the ground running. Can't wait to see the fans in the away game and the first home game.
And you've played here as an opposition player, the size of the crowd, 16,000 season ticket here. You must be really excited that now they're going to be cheering for you rather than against you.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you come here, it can be a tough atmosphere to play against. So it's all about us using that in our favour this season and making this a hard place to come. And
look, people know a bit about, obviously you've played against us, so people have an inkling, but what can we expect to see from Ethan in a Bolton shirt? Yeah, I like to win the ball back. I'm not going to score you 10 goals, but I like to win the ball back and give it to the boys up ahead and give good protection, dictate games and stuff from midfield, and something I'm looking forward to. And look, there's a bit of competition in there, and I'm guessing for a footballer that's really exciting. You've got a number of players in your position, you're going to push each other on. Yeah, I spoke about that as well. There's a strong competition. 3-4 good lads in there that I'm looking forward to creating a healthy competition, and if we all want to get to the top of this league, which is what we want to do, then we all need to fight for the spot and push each other all the way. And lastly, everything's done, sorted, but you must be buzzing now. You just want to get in there, meet the lads, and then get ready for Preston tomorrow, and obviously Stockport for the first game of the season. Yeah, absolutely delighted. Can't wait to get going. As I said, a week I'm sure we'll absolutely fly in, so can't wait to get going.
Good afternoon everyone, welcome to the Tough Street Community Stadium for the final pre-season fixture before the real action gets underway a week on Sunday. Preston North End are today's visitors, and very much looking forward to today's action. The match live on YouTube, so a very warm welcome to you all. Super John alongside me as ever. How are you looking forward to this one, John?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game today, Derek, a real good test for us. I think pre-season has gone really well up to this point. In fact, maybe too smoothly, but expecting a much tougher test today.
Yep, the team line today, the starting 11 for Bolton: Sharman Lowe in goal, the back four of Dacres, Cogley, Toll, Johnston and Conway, a midfielder Sheehan, Morley, with Cozier, Dewberry, McAtee and Mendes Gomez supporting Deshaun Lawrence up top. On the bench for the Whites today, Broom, Farino, Simons, Gale, Ossie Tutu, Sean, Sharples Ahmed, Irwin, Randall, Inwood and Abim Bola. You mentioned their pre-season, it has gone really smoothly, John, hasn't it? I mean, terrific result last weekend up at Hibs. Really impressed with the 2-0 win. And then on Tuesday night they continue that down at Shrewsbury, where 5-2 win. They could have been 6-0 up by half-time. Yeah,
it's been really impressive, Derek. I think, obviously the additions that we brought in the summer have made an impact straight away. They've changed the way we play, really changed the culture within the team. And like you said, it's been really exciting football up to this point, so hopefully we can continue that today. I noticed the manager's kept everybody guessing all the way through pre-season, really, by sharing the minutes out quite evenly amongst the squad, and I think he's done exactly the same today, so no indications for next Saturday so far.
Today will be an interesting test because Preston in the Championship, of course, a level above where we want to be next season. Another interesting test and questions for this team to face today.
Yeah, it certainly is. Like you said, it's where we want to be come this point next season. We hope to be kicking off in the Championship, and today, they're a big physical side, Preston, and a good established Championship side as well. So yeah, looking forward to the game, as we said.
Very much so, but let's have a look back on Tuesday night, shall we? Wanderers winning by 5-2 down at Shrewsbury Town. Some absolutely sensational goals on Tuesday night. Tell you what, Max Conway's been in great form this pre-season, John, hasn't he? He scored a brilliant goal at Barrow, and then against Shrewsbury the other night from what pretty much his own half, running through the heart of the Shrewsbury defence. Big season for him, isn't it?
Well, it's a huge season for him, Derek. I mean, he was hugely successful last season on loan at Crewe. Came away with every award possible from there, which is unheard of really for a loan player. Scored a very similar goal actually for Crewe last season as he did the other night against Shrewsbury. So yes, a big opportunity for Max, and like you said, a big season ahead of him.
Thierry Gould scored 2 goals the other night. One of them was pretty much a carbon copy of Amario's goal against Hibs on Saturday. I'm really excited about seeing this boy in action, considering that he's not supposed to be as fit as the other lads at this point in time, John. Then that's an exciting prospect, isn't it?
No, Thierry came in just a little bit behind everybody else. I think this coaching staff were saying he was about maybe 10 days to 14 behind everybody else, but he's slowly catching up. In fact, he's very nearly there, isn't he?
Yeah.
That performance the other night, this shows you. We saw on the other side from Amari up at Hibs, the goal he cut inside and scored. Then for Thierry to do the same against Shrewsbury, threat on both sides, it's going to be difficult to mark.
Yeah, I'm really excited about seeing these two lads in action. Of course, Amario starts the game today, and Wanderers have been very busy in the transfer market this summer, and the latest addition is Ethan Rahon from Lincoln City, who signed yesterday, the midfielder, and I've got to say, having watched him in action for Lincoln, John, I think he's going to add a bit of steel and physicality in that midfield. Yeah,
he's a player that impressed me, Derek, when he played against us. A big, strong, powerful player, but he can get the ball down and pass, and he moves. I think he's going to be a huge addition to us, I really do, as he's going to be an important player going forward.
Let's watch his introductory interview he conducted yesterday.
Well, Ethan, firstly, welcome to the football club. You're officially a Bolton Wanderers player. Now just talk us through, now everything's done, you've done all your stuff with us and you sat here talking to me on the interview, just how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, absolutely buzzing to be here. At a club of this size, we just kind of spoke with ourselves, club of this size. I'm delighted to be here and I can't wait to get going.
And what was it when you're making your decision? Obviously there's been a bit of interest in you. What was it when Bolton came calling? Was it like, I want to play my football here?
Yeah, I don't think, when a club of size comes calling, I played here away before. I know the atmosphere, even when you bring numbers to when I was at Lincoln, obviously. They bring really good numbers away from home as well, and I don't think a fan base like this and a club of this size you can possibly turn down. It was so appealing to me.
And the conversations you probably had with the people in the club when you've been doing all your contracts and everything else, what you must really excite you about the expectations here and what we want to achieve.
Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to it. I think me and the club's ambitions align. We want to play at the next level, as simple as that. We want to take this club as far as we possibly can together, and I'm really excited about that, and hopefully thrive off the pressure that comes with it. And
let's have a look at you. You're 24 years of age, close to 250 games already, so look, you've got a lot of experience at such a young age for a footballer.
Yeah, I think that helps me. It should hopefully help me in playing in front of big crowds every week, which I'm looking forward to. Something maybe a bit different to what I'm used to. But yeah, 250 games, almost played loads of games, chunned them out. I like to be available as much as possible, and yeah, can't wait.
And you've got obviously experience at this division with Lincoln, obviously 2.5 seasons there. Just talk us through what that experience and getting to know the English football as well. What was that like for you?
Yeah, I had a brilliant 2.5 years. A bit different to Scotland. There's a lot more teams, a lot more exciting almost. You play every team twice and you get to go home and away, so it is fun, and every team brings a different challenge. So it's been good to get used to it. Saturday, Tuesdays as well, something a bit different, but something that I enjoy as a player who doesn't want to play games all the time. So yeah.
And in your first full season there, I think you got Fans Player of the Year, Supporters Player of the Year, Players Player of the Year as well. So look, you must look back on your time there at Lincoln with quite a bit of fondness.
Yeah, definitely. They gave me my platform to come and play in England, which I've always wanted to do since I was young, and I can only thank the club for that. And as you said, voted Fans Player of the Year and Players Player of the Year my first full season, which was a great achievement because we had some good players that year, and we finished 2 points off the playoffs, so it was a strong season all round for the team, and one I look back with great fondness. And
your time in Scotland as well started out at St Mirren. Just how helpful was that time in your career? Because you broke into the first team quite young, so was that a great experience for you?
Yeah, I mean, started playing when I was 16 really, which is an experience. Yeah, it was boys v men really, but no, it was brilliant, and it can only stand me in good stead for what's coming next.
And now looking ahead, obviously you're arriving with a week to go until the main season starts. Look, where are you at with your prep? I'm guessing you've been flying in pre-season with Lincoln anyway, so you're ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go. Looking forward to hopefully hitting the ground running. Can't wait to see the fans in the away game and the first home game.
And you've played here as an opposition player. The size of the crowd, 16,000 season ticket here. You must be really excited that now they're going to be cheering for you rather than against you.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you come here, it can be a tough atmosphere to play against. So it's all about us using that in our favour this season and making this a hard place to come.
And look, people know a bit about you. Obviously you've played against us, so people have an inkling, but what can we expect to see from Ethan in a Bolton shirt?
Yeah, I like to win the ball back. I'm not going to score you 10 goals, but I like to win the ball back and give it to the boys up ahead and give good protection, dictate games and stuff from midfield, and something I'm looking forward to.
And look, there's a bit of competition in there, and I'm guessing for a footballer that's really exciting. You've got a number of players in your position, you're going to push each other on.
Yeah, I spoke about that as well. There's a strong competition. 3-4 good lads in there that I'm looking forward to creating a healthy competition, and if we all want to get to the top of this league, which is what we want to do, then we all need to fight for the spot and push each other all the way.
And lastly, everything's done, sorted, but you must be buzzing now. You just want to get in there, meet the lads, and then get ready for Preston tomorrow, and obviously Stockport for the first game of the season.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. Can't wait to get going. As I said, a week I'm sure we'll absolutely fly in, so can't wait to get going.
One would be good enough for them, but at the moment it's 1-0. They've got to get that one. Pedersen, who is a striker, of course, further forward. The ball in. Oh, it's an own goal! What a disaster for the home team here. The ball has gone in off Tunche. And for the most unlikely source, Bolton have got their goal. Davies is onside here. He'll get into the edge of the area late on back for Nolan. That's it. That's good enough. Bolton Wanderers are going through. Kevin Nolan with the goal. He scored at the weekend against Pompey. He scored here in Bulgaria. And Bolton Wanderers for sure now can say hello to the next round of the UEFA Cup.
Just being in Europe, a small town like Bolton, at the season that we have had as a group and where we have come from to what we have achieved, it was just massive. And going out there and playing in Europe in some very tough environment and did what we did was just something great to be a part of.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Turf Sheet Community Stadium. Bolton Wanderers against Preston North End, the final pre-season fixture before the real action gets underway a week on Sunday down at Edgeley Park. The teams are out. Wanderers in their new home kit and Preston in an illuminous number with blue sleeves. That Wanderers team today: Sharman Lowe in goal, Dacres, Cogley, Toll, Johnston and Conway at the back, Sheehan and Morley in midfield, Cozier, Dewberry, McAtee and Mendes Gomez supporting Deshaun Lawrence up top. On the bench, Broom, Farino, Simons, Gale, Ossie Tutu, Sean, Sharples, Ahmed, Irwin, Randall, Inwood and Abin Bola. For Preston, meanwhile, they line up with Everson in goal, Offia, Gibson and Hughes at the back three, Small, Potts, Whiteman, Frockyar and Brady across the middle, Smith and Osmiech up top. The Wanderers players just engage in their pre-match huddle. Are you a big fan of the home kit, John?
Yeah, it's a decent kit, Derek. It's bright, it's refreshing. It's listen, if that's the kit that brings us success this year and gets us to the championship, it'll be the best kit we've ever had.
Yeah, for sure. The two team captains in the centre circle alongside the match referee, on Toll with the armband. Kick-off fast approaching here. An opportunity for the Wanderers fans to see the team in action at home, the first at home pre-season friendly of the summer, and they've been in great form, Wanderers. Had that draw up against Tranmere to kick us off behind closed doors, and then you were at the game against Orlando Pirates, John, in Marbella. They were brilliant that day, and they've built on that with wins over Barrow, Hibs and Shrewsbury.
Yeah, like I said previous, Derek, they've performed really well in the pre-season. We've looked sharp, we've been playing good football. I think it's quite interesting today with Owen Toll being captain today. It's the first time he's captained the side in the pre-season. I wonder if that's an indication that possibly he'll be the skipper this season now that George Thomason's left.
Yeah, and of course making that move to Wrexham. I did enjoy watching his farewell interview. I wish him well over there at the racecourse ground. And we're underway here. Preston have brought a fair number along with them for this pre-season friendly. Good atmosphere inside the ground.
Yeah, about 2,000 I think, Derek, they've brought today. So yeah, a good healthy crowd. I think everybody's been excited to see us at home, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've seen all the new signings come in the front door, and they're excited to see them.
Sharman Lowe with a huge kick downfield. Looking to pick out Mendes Gomez. He can't quite bring it down under control, but he's held the ball up. And Offia holds him off. He's a big physical lad, the Preston defender, and that's a loose ball from him into the feet of McAtee, who latches onto it. And that will be the first corner of the game in the opening minute for Bolton Wanderers. Good play, and that all came from the Teddy Sharman Lowe kick-out, John. Yeah,
long ball in behind. It was Mendes Gomez trying to go on the end of it, Derek. As you said, Offia came and took the ball from him, but it was retrieved. Again, it was put back into the ball. We got the corner. It was John McAtee that got the ball, tried to put the ball into the box, deflected for a corner.
It will be Josh Sheehan with the in-swinger. And curls it in towards the near post. It bounces into the feet of Mendes Gomez. Here's Deshaun Lawrence. We've seen a lot of action in pre-season, Deshaun Lawrence.
He's got better each game, Derek, as well. A fantastic finish the other night against Shrewsbury for his goal.
Yep.
You know, he's grown in confidence.
Yeah, good old test here for Bolton today. Cozier, Dewberry back towards Toll. Johnston. Dacres Cogley, a little ball over the top looking for the run of Mario Cozier Dewberry. He gets past his man. Deshaun Lawrence tries to feed it through to McAtee. It's cleared out for a throw in. There's a Preston lad down in a bit of trouble here, calling over towards the physio. But a real positive start from Wanderers in the opening stages of this one.
I think that's what we can look forward to, Derek. You know, teams are going to be genuinely frightened of our pace, and frightened of us getting in behind them. So it's going to pen them back that little bit more, which in theory should give us more room to play in the middle of the park.
Well, this will be of a concern to Paul Heckingbottom, and he looks on anxiously. Preston kick off their season away to QPR on the 9th of August. They're already preparing a change.
Yeah, there's no point taking any chances at this stage of the pre-season. I think you said earlier, well, Terry Sharman-Lowe just shows I tell you what, he's brilliant with his feet. You know, he can ping that ball long, and again with that pace, looking to get in behind. That's going to be a big weapon for us this season.
So the Preston lad is back up on his feet, where he's making his way off the pitch, and a change will be made.
Maybe his ribs, maybe he's got a bang in his side.
So we're back underway. Dacres Cogley to take this throw in for Wanderers. Here's Toll. Johnston. And I think, he's going to try and come back on. It's Brady, the player that went down, the Preston number 11. Dacres Cogley looks to release a Mario Cozier-Dewberry. It's just cut out by Frockier, and throw-in is taken quickly. And in the opening stages of this one, Dacres Cogley trying to release a Mario at every opportunity. You were at Easter Road last weekend, John. That was a great goal that he scored, wasn't it?
Oh, Derek, it was sensational. It really was. From the moment he received the ball, he cut inside, and as soon as the ball left his foot, it arrowed into that top corner. 3 goalies couldn't have saved it.
Yeah. Sonny Sharples Ahmed with the other goal. And here's it. Aaron Morley just pings one into the path of Carlos Mendes Gomez on the byline. Oh, he tries to beat Offia, who recovers well, and cleared away by Everson. And a free kick given against George Johnston.
He just got a little bit tight there, George, didn't he? He had a grip of the shirt as well.
Stephen Schumacher down at the edge of his technical area. Stuart McCall out there, the Preston number 2 as well. And Everson has got his head in his hands because he's just launched that out of play. Played much against Preston in recent years. Last competitive fixture was back on the 9th of February 2019. We lost by 2-1 back in the Championship. And Cozier-Dewberry goes down under the challenge of Brady. The Preston fans enjoyed that. Here's Sheehan. Looks like he's had a fresh trim, has Josh. And come Preston with Smith. Thierry Small, the summer signing from Charlton. Looking to go on the outside of Max Conway with a solid challenge there from Max, and it just bundles out of play for Preston's first corner of the game.
got to say as well, I know it should be, but the pitch is looking unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really is. The amount of people that walked in today into the ground and looked at it thinking that it was AstroTurf and false. Just magnificent, it really is.
Yeah, it's looking very lush.
You couldn't get your garden looking that good.
No. And the ground staff do a tremendous job. Connor is floated in and out swinger, away by Johnston. He rose well to meet that. Here's Ophir. Floated into the penalty area, and there's Sharman Lowe commanding goalkeeping, and he's in a hurry to release that towards Cozier Dewberry. What a kick out that was. Gets Bolton up the park, and as his touch just lets him down, he slips at the vital moment. Mario, it goes out of play, but Wanderers get themselves up into the Preston final third.
Again, we mentioned that earlier, Derek. That's going to be a weapon for us this season. Sharman Lowe receiving the ball and then looking, to get in behind quite quickly with the pace. Nearly came off there.
Yep. Here's Small taking on Conway. It's a good matchup, those two. Conway just sticking to the task. Cross is blocked by Johnston.
Yeah, that's going to be a good test for Max Conway this afternoon. Terry Small there, as you said, coming from Charlton. He's a handful, he's athletic, he's big and strong, he's quick. Very good test for young Max.
And here he is on the ball. Into the feet of McAtee. Josh Dacres-Cogley, a little look up, finds Cozier Dewberry. And Morley with the ball out into touch.
It was the right idea, it was just a little bit, the pass from Amari was just a little bit too heavy there for Aaron Morley. Good idea though.
Preston's pre-season thus far, they beat Chorley before losing 3-1 at home to Liverpool. And then drew over in Spain with Getafe 0-0.
Like us, Derek, they had a good pre-season camp out in Spain.
Yeah.
Obviously very beneficial at this point of the pre-season, to get the new players integrated.
They've been a staple in the Championship for so many years now, Preston. Made sure of their safety in the final day last season. They'll no doubt be hoping to aim towards the playoffs this season. It's such a difficult league, the Championship, as is League One. Here's Ophir. And gets past Mendes Gomez. Potts now. Small up against Conway. Here's Gibson. Brady. Closed down by Dacres-Cogley. Here's Hughes. Big switch of play out towards Small. Johnston nods clear. Mendes Gomez under pressure from Potts. And he wins a free kick from the Preston midfielder. Stephen Schumacher just passing on instructions to John McAtee. He's looked in good shape this summer, hasn't he, John McAtee, John?
Yeah, I think he's come back with a fresh attitude, Derek. He was telling me with a bit of a walk around in Marbella, and he was telling me he's lost 6 kilos. He's come back in, good physical shape, and he was ready for the season. So yeah, we're expecting big things this season of him. I don't think we've seen the best of him up to this point.
No. He certainly can be a difference maker, that's for sure. He's got it in his locker. He showed it in flashes last season. Dacres Cogley looking for Deshaun Lawrence. Brady picks this up. Offia now. The Preston number 42, sorry. Summer arrival from Brighton.
Related to the rugby legend Martin Offia.
Yeah.
He's certainly built like him, isn't he?
He is. Yeah. He was some player.
Oh, he certainly was.
Was that being played forward looking for McAtee. Hughes back to Everson. Was launched downfield. Morley wins a header in towards Sheehan. Here's Conway looking for the run of Lawrence. It's Gibson back to Everson. The centre forward position is going to be interesting with Stockport on the horizon, John, isn't it? With Sam Dalby out injured, I think Deshaun may get the nod up top.
Well, he's certainly done himself no favours, Derek. He's in there, isn't he? He's done everything that's been asked of him up to this point. But I've just got a sneaky feeling we'll see somebody in the door before next week.
Here's Dacres Cogley motoring downfield. Here's Owen Toll. Cozier Dewberry skips past his man as he keeps it in play. Can't quite do so. Well, that was fractionally out just, but a great bit of skill initially from Amario. One little touch and he was away there.
Oh, it was a great first touch. It showed his pace straight away, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was so unlucky. I'm not so sure the whole ball wasn't over the line there. The linesman certainly had a couple of looks at it. Kind of hesitated, didn't he, and then threw the flag up. I think we saw in one little clip there how dangerous it can be.
Yeah. The ball's just been rattled off Mendes Gomez and it's into the arms of Everson. Hughes, a long ball downfield as Sharman Lowe comes way out his goal. Another monster kick from him. Potts. Here's Offia. The last win, incidentally, against Preston was that famous playoff victory back in 2001 down in Cardiff. Haven't played an awful lot in recent years. And here's Thierry Small. He's got the better of Conway, and the ball's played into the penalty area. It's Toll who is able to clear, and Conway clears downfield looking for the run of Deshaun Lawrence. He needs some support though. Across comes Hughes and just gets the ball off the Wanderers forward.
Again, we just saw Terry Small there, Derek. That's going to give Max Conway something to think about.
Yeah.
You saw his power and his pace there. Gave him a problem on the outside. Max didn't deal with it. He managed to get his cross in. Too easy.
Yeah, I think he'll be a decent player. He always impressed when he was at Charlton. Morley cushions a header to McAtee. Here's Sheehan, a little look up. Cozier-Dewberry plays it first time over the top. Dakers-Cogley could be in here. A good relationship between both Amario and Josh Dakers-Cogley.
I think possibly it could have been a free kick there.
Yeah.
He had a hold of Dakers-Cogley's shirt. But as you said, good understanding down that right hand side between the two of them. There's really a good partnership forming there.
Yeah.
And both got blistering pace, Derek. They really have.
Yep. He's taking his time over this. There's Brady. Oh, and that's loose from Potts, and the ball goes out of play. That will be a corner. Everson did his best to try and keep it in. And a bit of untidiness from Preston.
Yeah, but the good thing is, Derek, they were forced errors.
Yeah.
It was due to our work rate, closing them down, not giving them any space to play. Forced the errors, won the corner.
And across comes Max Conway to take this, and then Swinger on the way, just takes the acclaim from the Wanderers fans in the corner. And we can see Chris Farino heading out to warm up. And Xavier Simons out there as well. The cross comes in towards the near post, cleared away. Mendes Gomez back in. Morley will pick this loose ball up. Goes one way, tries a shot, it's blocked and away by Potts.
That was so unlucky that Aaron Morley made his space, cut inside onto his right foot. Looked to get Ben one in that far post, just took a deflection. Good effort.
Conway steals it off here. Here's McAtee. Cleared away only as far as Morley. Square to Dakers-Cogley. Cozier-Dewberry, there's a bit of excitement. He's coming field. Will he try another curling effort? He does, but it's right down the throat of the goalkeeper this time. I thought we were going to see a carbon copy of that sensational strike against Hibs, but not quite this time.
Well, this time as he cut inside, back onto his left. Derek, he's looked for that far post. Didn't quite get the power. It was an easy save in the end for the goalkeeper. But you've got to say, fantastic again. It's exciting every time he gets the ball.
Another Preston player down, receiving treatment, and the Wanderers players will take this opportunity to come over and take on some fluids and get a bit of a pep talk from Stephen Schumacher. But it's been a good old competitive game so far in the opening 20 or so minutes of this one.
Yeah, we started really brightly, maybe had a little bit of a lull, but the last probably 4 or 5 minutes we've come back into the game again, looked sharp again. And every time it goes wide, we do look exciting.
Yeah. And the player that was receiving treatment was Frocchia. 22 minutes gone here at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. If you're watching us on the stream on YouTube, a very good afternoon to you all. Here's Everson, closed down by Lawrence. He floats one long, one in the air by Dacres-Cogley. Frockyar just waits patiently to come back on for Preston. And the first act of coming back on is fouling Dacres-Cogley. First home match here is Saturday, August the 9th against Plymouth Argyle, which will be a tasty one given Stephen Schumacher's former club, John.
Yeah, there's a bit of added spice there, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's a game we're all looking forward to for, the home opener.
Yeah.
Against Plymouth, obviously coming down from the Championship. Huge test straight away at home, but a game we're relishing.
As players, that's what you want, I'd imagine. Stockport, Plymouth, first opening games, get them out of the way. Great opening game to kick off with as well.
Well, Derek, I mean, it's a big rival, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's on Sky as well, so
yeah.
I mean, it's a huge game for us. If we could win that one, get 3 points, take that into the Plymouth game, get another win, that'd be 2 statement wins straight away. You know what I mean? And you're really setting the tone for the season then.
Yep. Counting down the days to that League One opener. Here come Preston. Brady into the feet of Frockyar. Potts lays it off to Small. He's closed down. Offia. Wanderers have players back in numbers here. Cross is curled in. Johnston is there with a solid clearance for Bolton. Ossie Tutu just makes his way back into the dugout. Thierry Gale also. Here's Smith. Holding off Toll. And the offside flag goes up on Thierry Small. Sharman Lowe, again, huge kick out from him. He can get some distance on those kicks, but he's fired that straight through to his opposite number this time. That was a bit careless there from Everson, but Hughes manages to get it out wide towards Brady. Potts. Launched in behind again. Sharman Lowe's onto it, but the offside flag goes up. And Osmiec, who was trying to latch onto that. Dacres-Cogley again looking for that ball towards Cozier Dewberry. And here he is, the Wanderers number 19. Dacres-Cogley busting a gut to get forward to provide them with an option. Ball set cut out towards Morley. Oh, and Offia went to head that, but he pulled back at the last minute. Here's Mendes Gomez. Morley. Dacres Cogley now. Square to Sheehan. Mendes Gomez closed down, and Preston will look to clear. And wow, look at a burst of pace there from Offia. He's brought down by Josh Sheehan, and a free kick to Preston. Taking one for the team, one there for Josh. He's going to be spoken to by the referee, I think.
Normal circumstances, it'd be a yellow card, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Straight off the bat, no questions asked. Grab the shirt.
The referee, in fact, speaking to Gibson, the Preston number 19. Brought a number of players in during the course of the summer, Preston, and they always seem to have a number of departures and arrivals every year. Of course, Ryan Lowe was their manager this time last year, left after the opening game. Here's Mendes Gomez. Toll. The gnarly Irishman strides forward and looks for odds. Dacres Cogley is pulled back. That will be a free kick. It's Frocchia, the player that's been penalised. Don't think you can have any complaints there.
No, I don't think there's any arguments at all there, Derek. It was blatant. Good movement from Dacres Cogley. I think another player, Derek, has looked sharp pre-season, his own Toll.
Yeah.
You know, it's the first time since he signed he got a genuine break this summer.
Yep.
He's come back looking strong and fit, and that's the biggest thing. You know, hopefully we can keep him fit.
Yeah, he is a top-class operator. You really miss him when he's not in that defence. Sheen will take this free kick, and there's no one there. It evades everyone and goes behind for a Preston goal kick.
Disappointing nobody's got in the end of that, because that was a fantastic ball in from Josh Sheehan. It really was. It was inviting.
Yeah.
But there was just nobody there. Everybody had ran towards the near post. Nobody had hung out at the back post.
Interestingly, speaking to Stephen Schumacher about set pieces, and a lot of emphasis being placed on that, both offensively and defensively. And Owen Fon Williams will be a big part of that as well. Goalkeeper coach that's been brought in during the course of the summer.
Yeah, came in from Fleetwood. He's been integral in both attacking and defending set pieces. So yeah, and you know, pre-season we've seen a lot of inventiveness as well. There's been a lot of new free kicks we've not seen before. So I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that one. The movement wasn't right.
No. Mario Cozier-Dewberry gets away from Brady. It releases Dacres Cogley. McAtee's in the vicinity. A little chip ball in towards McAtee. The offside flag goes up though. But again, we've seen the strength there of Mario to hold off his man.
Again, that understanding between the two of them. Dacres Cogley making the overlap and run as well.
Yeah, I can sense him getting a lot of joy down that right hand side this season. Everson comes out to take this free kick. Summer arrival from Leicester City. And Michael Smith looking for a free kick. The referee not interested.
Could easily have been given George a full handful, well, a couple of handfuls of his shirt.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a height disadvantage there. Smith's a giant, isn't he, in there? Yeah. He really is. Good signing from Sheffield Wednesday.
Yep.
Good bit of business getting him on a free.
Yeah, they're in an unfortunate plight at the moment, Sheffield Wednesday. Seeing a mass exodus of players. Here's Aaron Morley. Conway. Mendes Gomez being kept a close eye on by Offia. It's a Preston throw-in.
We've not quite had the same balance on the left-hand side, have we?
No.
All the threats come down this right-hand side. the left-hand side, Mendes Gomez and Max Conway have not had that sync together, have they, so far?
Big season for Carlos as well, isn't it? Because certainly since he arrived at the club, he's been hamstrung by injuries and been in and out of the side.
Again, we've not seen the best of him, Derek, and you know, we know there's ability there. He knows he's got the talent. Just need to see it on a consistent basis this season.
Yep, let's hope he can steer clear of injury. Preston have a corner. 33 minutes played here at the Tough Sheet. There's not been any clear-cut opportunities for either team, John, so far.
Neither goalkeepers had to work so far, Derek, no. A lot of bright, inventive play, especially in the flanks, but nothing really in the 18-yard box so far.
Corner is taken short this time, small, and the offside flag goes up.
I think games like this, especially pre-season, it's a good fitness workout for the first hour, let's say.
Yeah.
Normally the game opens up maybe the last 30 minutes or so. I would think there's a good chance of that happening today.
Yeah, it's all about getting minutes in the legs as Smith just catches Toll. Frockier. Small up against Conway, plays it towards Potts, and Johnston is alert to the danger and just manages to shield that ball out of play.
Yeah, it was good defensive play from George Johnson. He had read the ball, read the pass very early, didn't he?
Yeah.
And just managed to guide the ball out of play for a goal kick.
Number of Wanderers subs just going through some warm-up drills down on the side of the pitch. Here's Brady. Sam Inwood heads back into the dugout.
He's had a very good pre-season, Derek.
Yeah.
He's really improved just about every session, never mind every game. He's really grown into himself, confidence-wise. Yeah, I think he's got a good future ahead of him, Sam Inwood.
Yeah, let's hope so. And good to see these young boys getting an opportunity.
Well, we've said it on many occasions, haven't we? There's a genuine pathway now.
Yeah.
You know, for the kids coming through the academy. You know, it's nice to see them getting good minutes on the pitch.
Yep. The referee calling over Owen Toll. And a bit of afters between he and Smith. And the Preston captain Whiteman is there as well. The two captains having a chat with the referee. A shake of the hands and a wry smile, and we can get back on with the game. So a Preston set piece on the way. Stephen Schumacher just having a word with the linesman and the fourth official. Doesn't look too happy about something. There's Whiteman, he just chips it over the top towards Brady. It takes a skiff off the surface. It goes sliding in, and much to the delight of the Bolton fans, a big fresh air swipe.
As he made his way to that ball, you can see the surface is just a little bit skiddy, isn't it, on top? He's going to try and retrieve that ball right on the touchline. Didn't manage it, ended up on his backside.
Here's Small, chips one into the penalty area, away by Toll. McAtee is onto it like a flash. His touch is just a little heavy. Off it towards Smith. Potts. Brady. Preston throw in is the outcome. Aaron Morley and many inside the stadium certainly don't agree with that. But it is back to Teddy Sharman-Lowe. Conway, here's Carlos Mendes-Gomez. And he's not been able to get clear of it. Offia has been keeping a close eye on him. Almost shut tight.
I think the problem on the left-hand side, Derek, is Mendes-Gomez is only going to go and come inside. He's not really going to go outside.
Yeah.
I think Offia knows that now, and he's shown them the outside.
Yeah.
So it's making it difficult to get past him.
Here's Gibson. Brady goes first time looking for Smith up against Toll. And Smith keeps looking over towards the referee, wanting a free kick. And Brady hits the deck this time, losing his footing. And the referee's given a free kick for an infringement. There wasn't much in that. Preston in a hurry, too much so for the referee. And certainly a sense of frustration on the sidelines here from both technical areas. Here's Brady. Chip ball in, and Smith on the volley. Big save from Sharman-Lowe. Well, he didn't see that until late. It was a header from Osmiec into Smith, and he hit it first time. Sharman-Lowe was up to the task though.
Yeah, it was a flick header to Smith. Smith really should have finished it, Derek, if you're honest.
Yep.
But Teddy Sharman-Lowe did very well to get his body behind it. Couldn't hold on to it, but did enough to keep the ball out of the net.
And here come Preston again. They're trying to turn the screw, looking for that opening goal. Johnston clears. Offia curls it in first time. Again away by George Johnston. All just not sticking for Bolton at the moment. It's just coming back to them. Potts. Whiteman tries a shot from the edge of the area, but there's no real venom in it, and Sharman-Lowe can just calmly bring the ball into his chest.
Just need to settle the game down a little bit for a few minutes just to get back into it. Preston are starting to, they've upped their gear, haven't they, this last 3 or 4 minutes.
Conway to Lawrence, he finds Mendes-Gomez. Here's Sheehan. Picks out Dacres-Cogley. Minutes on the clock here at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. Bolton 0, Preston 0. Real pleasure to bring you the game live on the Wanderers YouTube stream today. Here is John McAtee. He's been forced back on the way back to Sharman-Lowe. Aaron Morley. McAtee comes deep. Oh, he drills that ball forward. It might break here to Dacres-Cogley inside the penalty area. He's closed down by Brady. And he got fortunate there. Not too sure if that was intended for Dacres-Cogley by McAtee, but it looked good in the end, and Brady did well to get his body in the way.
Did really well to get into position, Josh Dacres-Cogley, Derek, but his first touch took him away from goal, made it really difficult for him. No, he's got into a great position there, probably should have done better.
Yeah. Johnston. Preston win back possession of the ball, and Smith tries to find Osmiec. He's on his backside again, Smith. Might need to change the old footwear at half time. Here's Cozier Dewberry. Conway. Oh, Mendes Gomez almost got away from Offia there, and he covered well. Just slipped on the shoulder.
It was good trickery from Mendes Gomez. That time let the ball go through his legs, but Offia just recovered enough just to get something on the ball and put out for a throw-in.
Two minutes until half time, but there will be a few minutes no doubt added on due to that earlier stoppage to treat an injury to Brady. Mendes Gomez curls one in towards McAtee, little flick back to Deshaun Lawrence, can't quite get there. I think Stephen Schumacher will be relatively pleased with the side showing so far, although no doubt he'll have wanted to test Everson a little bit more in this first half, John.
No, he certainly will. I mean, we've had some promising moves, especially down this right-hand side, Derek, but you know, as the ball's gone into the box, we haven't had people in the right positions. We had that big one from the free kick, whereas there was nobody at all there at the back post.
Yep.
So there'll be one or two things you'll pick up on, but overall you'll be quite happy, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Here's Brady, a big switch out towards Small. Max Conway rose to meet it. Mendes Gomez into the feet of Morley. A chance here for Bolton. The turnover in possession. Cozier Dewberry taking on Brady. Quick feet from him in the end. He just loses control of the ball. Osmiec looking to latch onto that. Sharman Lowe onto it like a flash and launches the ball into the stand. Into the fans just below us.
That was good play from the goalkeeper, Derek. He was on his toes there and he was out very sharply to get that ball, because I tell you, Big Owen Toll was in a bit of bother there, you know.
Such a big presence.
He's helped them out there.
Yep. The fourth official holds up the board. Just a minute to have added on time.
Added time brought to you by Ken Group is 1 minute.
No doubt we'll see a raft of changes in the second half.
Or will it be the customary 60 minutes, maybe?
There we go, we're not even going to get a minute. 20 seconds in and the referee's called a halt to proceedings. So half time here at the Turf Sheet Community Stadium. Goalless at the break, but it's been a good old workout so far, and ideal preparation for that game against Stockport a week on Sunday. But yeah, the only slight grievance, I guess, is that the fans would like to see a bit of excitement in that final third, John.
Yes, it make it, creating more chances, Derek, and obviously taking the chances. At least make the goalkeeper work.
Yeah.
We've had some promising moves, but yet to really pose a question of the Preston goalkeeper. So hopefully that improves in the second half.
Half time, it's Bolton Wanderers 0, Preston North End 0.
Well, Ethan, firstly, welcome to the Football Club. You're officially a Bolton Wanderers player. Now just talk us through, now everything's done, you've done all your stuff with us and you sat here talking to me on the interview, just how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, absolutely buzzing to be here. At a club of this size, we just kind of spoke with ourselves, club of this size. I'm delighted to be here and I can't wait to get going.
And what was it when you were making your decision? Obviously there's been a bit of interest in you. Just what was it when Bolton came calling? Was it like, yeah, I want to play my football here?
Yeah, I don't think, when a club of size comes calling, I played here away before. I know the atmosphere, even when you bring numbers to when I was at Lincoln, obviously. They bring really good numbers away from home as well, and I don't think a fan base like this and a club of this size you can possibly turn down. It was so appealing to me.
And the conversations you probably had with the people in the club when you've been doing all your contracts and everything else, you must really excite you about the expectations here and what we want to achieve.
Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to it. I think me and the club's, ambitions align. We want to play at the next level, as simple as that. We want to take this club as far as we possibly can together, and I'm really excited about that, and hopefully thrive off the pressure that comes with it.
And let's have a look at you. You're 24 years of age, close to 250 games already, so look, you've got a lot of experience at such a young age for a footballer.
Yeah, I think that helps me. It should hopefully help me in playing in front of big crowds every week, which I'm looking forward to. Something maybe a bit different to what I'm used to. But yeah, 250 games, almost played loads of games, chunned them out. I like to be available as much as possible, and can't wait.
And you've got obviously experience at this division with Lincoln, obviously 2.5 seasons there. Just talk us through what that experience and getting to know the English football as well. What was that like for you?
Yeah, I had a brilliant 2.5 years. A bit different to Scotland. There's a lot more teams, a lot more exciting almost. You play every team twice and you get to go home and away, so it is fun, and every team brings a different challenge. So it's been good to get used to it. Saturday, Tuesdays as well, something a bit different, but something that I enjoy as a player who doesn't want to play games all the time. So yeah.
And in your first full season there, I think you got Fans Player of the Year, Supporters Player of the Year, Players Player of the Year as well. So look, you must look back on your time there at Lincoln with quite a bit of fondness.
Yeah, definitely. They gave me my platform to come and play in England, which I've always wanted to do since I was young, and I can only thank the club for that. And as you said, voted Fans Player of the Year and Players Player of the Year my first full season, which was a great achievement because we had some good players that year, and we finished 2 points off the playoffs, so it was a strong season all round for the team, and one I'll look back with great fondness. And
your time in Scotland as well, started out at St Mirren. How helpful was that time in your career? Because you broke into the first team quite young, so was that a great experience for you?
Yeah, I mean, started playing when I was 16 really, which was an experience. Yeah, it was boys v men really, but no, it was brilliant, and it can only stand me in good stead for what's coming next.
And now looking ahead, obviously you're arriving with a week to go until the main season starts. Look, where are you at with your prep? I'm guessing you've been flying in pre-season with Lincoln anyway, so you're ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go. Looking forward to hopefully hitting the ground running. Can't wait to see the fans in the away game and the first home game.
And you've played here as an opposition player. You know the size of the crowd, 16,000 season ticket here. You must be really excited that now they're going to be cheering for you rather than against you.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you come here, it can be a tough atmosphere to play against. So it's all about us using that in our favour this season and making this a hard place to come.
And look, people know a bit about, obviously you've played against us, so people have an inkling, but what can we expect to see from Ethan in a Bolton shirt?
Yeah, I like to win the ball back. I'm not going to score you 10 goals, but I like to win the ball back and give it to the boys up ahead and give good protection, dictate games and stuff from midfield, and something I'm looking forward to.
And look, there's a bit of competition in there, and I'm guessing for a footballer that's really exciting. You've got a number of players in your position, you're going to push each other on.
Yeah, I spoke about that as well. There's a strong competition. 3-4 good lads in there that I'm looking forward to creating a healthy competition, and if we all want to get to the top of this league, which is what we want to do, then we all need to fight for the spot and push each other all the way.
And lastly, everything's done, sorted, but you must be buzzing now. You just want to get in there, meet the lads, and then get ready for Preston tomorrow, and obviously Stockport for the first game of the season.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. Can't wait to get going. As I said, all week I'm sure we'll absolutely fly in, so can't wait to get going.
Is that the new shirt? Yes, I'm looking at it right now. The new shirt.
Send us a picture, John.
I'll send you a picture, but it can't get out anywhere. It can't get out on Twitter. It can't get out on any socials.
No, don't be daft. Don't worry about that.
Okay, I'll send it to you now. It looks all right, that. Oh, is that the women's one?
1-1 would be good enough for them, but at the moment it's 1-0. They've got to get that one. Pedersen, who is a striker, of course, further forward. The ball in. Oh, it's an own goal! What a disaster for the home team here. The ball has gone in off Tunche. And for the most unlikely source, Bolton Wanderers have got their goal. Davies is onside here. He'll get into the edge of the area late on back for Nolan. That's it. That's good enough. Bolton Wanderers are going through. Kevin Nolan with the goal. He scored at the weekend against Pompey. He scored here in Bulgaria. And Bolton Wanderers for sure now can say hello to the next round of the UEFA Cup.
Just being in Europe, you know, a small town like Bolton, at the season that we have had as a group and where we have come from to what we have achieved, it was just massive. And going out there and playing in Europe in some very tough environment and did what we did was just something great to be a part of.
Is that the new shirt? Yes, I'm looking at it right now. The new shirt.
Send us a picture, John.
I'll send you a picture, but it can't get out anywhere. It can't get out on Twitter. It can't get out on any socials.
No, don't be daft. Don't worry about that.
Okay, I'll send it to you now. It looks all right, that. Oh, is that the women's one?
Welcome back, everybody. Right, the teams are back out. Wanderers are unchanged for the second half. The sun has reappeared and we are back underway in this pre-season friendly. Oh, the shot from Mendes Gomez from the edge of the area doesn't catch it cleanly, but it falls kindly to Deshaun Lawrence. And here's Max Conway, curls it in first time, takes a bounce, and it's knocked over by Brady for the first corner of the second half.
Yeah, good bright start. Derek, second half. Out for a corner, this left-hand side.
And it will be Josh Sheehan to take this for Bolton Wanderers. Right-footed, curled in. Oh, it takes a bounce on the 6-yard box and goes behind for a goal kick. There were no takers in there.
No, a wee bit disappointed Deshaun Lawrence didn't get a touch on that, Derek. It just seemed to go just behind him. Everybody's runs maybe weren't timed quite right. Everybody was ahead of the ball.
Long ball from Everson. McAtee challenging. Here's Potts. Sheehan over the shoulder. Cleared away by Preston. Sharman Lowe will pick this up. That Wanderers team once again. Sharman Lowe in goal. Dacres, Cogley, Toll, who's on the ball now. Johnston and Conway the back line. Morley and Sheehan in the middle, with Cozier, Dewberry, McAtee and Carlos Mendes Gomez supporting Deshaun Lawrence up front.
Yeah, it looks like this team will go to the 60-minute mark, Derek.
Yeah.
Before they make the wholesale changes again.
Preston have made a change at half-time as Whiteman crosses one in, and it just goes wide of Sharman Lowe's left-hand post.
I'd like to say Teddy Sharman Lowe had that covered. There was certainly a bit of spin in the ball, left-footed, going towards that far post. In the end, it bounced harmlessly out for a goal kick.
The flag is up on the far side, offside call.
That's a shame, because I'll tell you what, that was a good move down this left-hand side. Max Conway did ever so well, Derek. He won the ball in his own half. He had played the ball forward. John McAtee standing just in an offside position. Max Conway had continued his run as well and got in behind the Preston defence, but only for the linesman to put his flag up.
Here's Carlos Mendes Gomez. Toll. Lofted ball over towards Mario Cozier, Dewberry, but can't quite keep it in play. Big shout out to Marcus behind the scenes for his great camera work as ever, and production skills, John.
I've got to say, Derek, he's really upped his game recently. He's done some fantastic work in this past few months.
Yep.
Doing really well.
He's been able to bring us this coverage of the pre-season fixtures. Here come Bolton with Carlos Mendes Gomez. Here's Mario Cozier, Dewberry. Run being made by Dacres, Cogley inside the penalty area on the overlap. It takes a deflection and goes behind for another corner.
Yeah, good move down that right-hand side. Cozier, Dewberry played the ball in behind. Josh Dacres, Cogley continued his run. He's cut it back, Derek. Deshaun Lawrence made that near post run. Didn't quite get on the end of it, but managed to win the corner.
It'll be Josh Sheehan again to try and pick out a player in a white shirt. Just floated that one towards the head of Johnston, and it's one in the air by Everson.
Didn't quite get the power on it, did he? No. George Johnston. He timed his run well, but he looked like he was on the way down when he actually headed the ball.
And Mendes Gomez has just caught Potts, and the referee just coming over to have a word. I don't know how much he connected there, but Potts is rolling around in agony.
I don't think there was much contact at all, Derek, there.
Nah.
It was one of them that looked worse than it was.
Yeah.
You know, Mendes Gomez has tried to retrieve the ball. He slid in from a distance. As Potts has cleared the ball, it looked worse than it was. He's got a yellow card.
Nah, he has been cautioned, Carlos, and I think that's a tad uncalled for.
I think Potts has played for that, Derek. He's conned the ref there.
Absolutely, yep.
Believe me, if he had connected properly there with him, he wouldn't have got back up.
Nah. Preston introduction at half time, incidentally. Number 9, Daniel Jebison, brought in on loan as Cozier Dewberry goes down in the penalty area. The referee not interested. He went down under the challenge of Hughes. I think there was too much in that.
No, I think it was a fair challenge from Hughes in the end, but it just, again, the pace there, Derek, worries the defenders. You know, it makes them make decisions that aren't the right ones. You can see him getting a lot of joy from these type of situations, though.
Yeah, Daniel Jebison, the Preston number 9, on loan from Bournemouth. Just strikes it off of the onrushing John McAtee. Here's Osmich. Oh, into Jebison. He might get the shot away. Oh, and he's far over the crossbar. It was struck with real power there, but he just couldn't direct it on target.
Yes, he's cut inside into the box, Derek. I think he's trying to show the goalkeeper the eyes, as if he was going to cross the goal. Terry Shamring was in control of the situation. No, he's gone near post, not on target though.
Sharman Lowe launches the ball downfield. Here's Toll. A number of Preston subs down warming up. I'd imagine that Paul Heckingbottom will be thinking about changes soon. Here's Mario Cozier Dewberry. Sheehan, Mendes Gomez, and a bit of space on this near side. Stephen Schumacher wanted that ball played out to the Wanderers number 7. Cozier Dewberry. Xavier Simons heading out to warm up.
He's going to be a big player for us this season.
Absolutely. That pass today, because Cogley's chipped it into the penalty area, and it might make its way through to Carlos. He's got Conway in support, takes a touch. And here's Sheehan. I just wondered if he could have taken that first time, Max Conway.
I'd like to have seen him hit it the first time, Derek. Yeah. I think it was sat up nice for him. The pace on the ball was right for him to hit it.
Yep. On that left side of his as well.
On his left foot.
Here's Toll. Well, the crowd certainly were encouraging him to shoot there, and he's almost kicked his own foot, and the ball goes almost hits the corner flag and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think he got caught in two minds there, the big fella, as he strode forward. He looked to play the ball wide to his right, then the crowd were egging him on to shoot, and he got caught in the middle of the two.
Scored a beauty from a similar sort of range, if you remember, down at Shrewsbury last season. No stranger to a goal or two on Toll. And there's Potts out towards Small. Johnston picks this ball up away from Frokia.
He's just fired that off the linesman who takes a tumble.
Yeah.
Weird to see he sees a funny side.
If George can't tackle you, he'll get you with the ball. He'll get you somehow.
Hopefully Marcus has got that on the old stream. Now Sheehan's been brought down, and a bit of grappling going on between Frogkyar, and things are kicking off here between the players. Tell you, I don't know what's going on in Frogkyar's head, but Sheehan is certainly enraged by the Preston midfielder who's just been pushed away.
The big nines just put the hands on Josh Sheehan, just hit him, punched him.
Wow.
The big nine.
Let's hope that the referee and the linesman saw that. Daniel Jebison. And Frogkyar's been pushed away. Tempers flaring in the pre-season friendly here at the Tough Sheet.
Wow.
Frogkyar has been brought back by the man in the black, and he's been shown a yellow card, and Jebison too shown a yellow.
This should be a red.
Yeah.
The 9 should be a red. The other 2 yellows, yeah, no problem, but the 9 should be a red.
Well, he can consider himself very fortunate there.
And he went in behind people and did it as well.
The worst. Yeah. Unacceptable.
That'll stir things up a wee bit anyway, put a bit of life into the game.
Yeah. Drop ball, and we're back underway on the halfway line. I don't mind seeing that in a pre-season fixture.
Not at all, Derek. Yep, it's a welcome one in my eyes.
Yeah.
I think it shows togetherness of the squad as well.
I don't
all
mind
in
that.
helping each other.
Yep.
I'm not adverse to that. Not so sure we'd have seen it last season.
No.
Not to the same extent.
Here's Thierry Small as Conway goes in hard on him. Mendes Gomez, Sheehan, and plays it in behind, and McAtee looks to latch onto this. A cross comes off here, and he goes down, takes a tumble. He's hardly touched him there, McAtee. The crowd are enraged, and rightly so. The slightest touch on the Preston defender, and the referee gives a free kick.
Yeah, he did go down very easily, didn't he?
Yep.
I think this referee's very receptive to it though, Derek. That's the thing. They know they can go down easily and get the decision.
Simon Mailer, the man in the middle, and he's called for the Preston physios to come on. Well, Paul Heckingbottom is preparing changes. Just passing on some instructions to a couple of subs. Number 3 is going to come on. He just signed in the last day or so, Andrea Vucevic, the number 3, Montenegro international. We're also going to see the introduction of Stefan Thordarson, and the number 8, Ali McCann. Offie is back on his feet.
The size of him as well, Derek. He wouldn't have think you go down like that.
No.
Goodness sake. I think for us as well, you can see Simons, Gale and Sean down there warming up. That would suggest obviously the 2 wide men coming off, and one of the midfielders, probably Josh Sheehan now, he's on a yellow.
Into the hour mark here at the Tough Sheet. It's Bolton 0, Preston North End 0. It's a pleasure to be bringing in this game on the Bolton Wanderers YouTube channel. Good tackle from Dacres Cogley. Here's Conway. He likes to release it to Sean Lawrence, and across comes Hughes to nod that into touch. Fire comes back on. Sean and Simons head back into the bench. Down goes Mendes Gomez, a free kick to Bolton. And sarcastic cheers from the Wanderers fans of Fire the culprit. So this will we get a good delivery from Josh here as Sonny Sharples Ahmed goes out to warm up.
And the changes are being prepared now. They're writing out the cards.
Yeah.
They'll be imminent.
Yep.
60 minutes.
So an in-swinger is on the way from the Welsh wizard Josh Sheehan. He curls it in. Oh, he tries to catch the goalkeeper out at his near post. It's a good idea from Josh, but Everson just made sure he latched onto that ball.
Yeah, it was a decent delivery, Derry, but in the end there wasn't quite enough power or pace on the ball to beat the goalkeeper. He was alert, he was across, and in the end it was quite an easy save for him, but good idea from Josh Sheehan.
McAtee has picked the pocket of Frockyar, free kick to Bolton as he's held back by the Preston midfielder, almost taken too quickly there by McAtee. Whiteman looks to release it. Osmiech, and across comes Sharman Lowe again to knock that ball far away from goal. Here's Brady looking to play Jebison in behind and just overhit slightly. Again, Sharman Lowe not dwelling on the ball, he's looking to get it moving straight away, and there's a ball played down towards Cozier Dewberry, who has switched flanks with Mendes Gomez, and he's brought down by Offia, and that will be a free kick. A bit cynical there.
I think you've just seen the difference there, Derek, with the wide man going beyond him and getting on the outside of him there.
Yeah.
You know, as we said before, Mendes Gomez looks to cut inside when he's on this left. Amari's out a little bit more direct, isn't he?
Yeah. So Ali McCann will be coming on for Preston North End. Brad Potts, the player making way, a triple substitution for Paul Heckingbottom's side. Mads Frockyar is next to be replaced by Stefan Thorderson. And the number 11, Robbie Brady, makes way for Andrija Vučković. Wanderers with another free kick, almost a carbon copy of the one just moments ago. What can Josh do here? He curls it in. Oh, a decent delivery. The header from Dakers Cogley over the bar. Well, he looks to the heavens, but should he have done better there, John?
Well, that was a great delivery. If I would say one thing, maybe just needed a bit more pace that time on the ball, and then Josh Dakers Cogley just needs to let it skim off his head. Good effort, great ball in from Josh Sheehan though.
Yep.
Yeah, an unaccustomed position there for Josh Dakers Cogley, I think.
Yeah.
Found himself
nosebleed, maybe.
Yeah, found himself centre of goal. Just a little flick header would have done the business.
Yep.
Maybe that little bit extra pace on the ball would have made the difference to him.
Here's Offia. Still searching for that opening goal in this game, and what has been a hotly contested friendly. Offia back towards Everson. Jebison challenging with Johnston. It breaks here to Morley. Morley's pinged one out to Mendes Gomez. What a first touch that is from Carlos. Taking on Offia. Goes one way, then the other. Can he get the cross away? It comes off the Preston defender out for a corner.
Well, that was good. Good football all round there. Good ball from Aaron Morley, diagonal. Fantastic first touch from Mendes Gomez. Tried to go on the outside of Fire, won the corner.
Shane just applauds the fans in the corner, singing his name. of movement over on the penalty spot as Sheehan's cross is met in the air by Everson, too near the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was quite easy that one time for the goalkeeper to come and collect inside his 6-yard box. No real challenge from anybody. He took it clean.
There's Thordarson, a big switch of play out towards Small, and he's managed to chest that over his shoulder, and it goes out of play as Preston prepared to make another change. The fourth official getting his money's worth, certainly earning his wage today. We're going to see the introduction of Jordan Storey, and off comes the number 42, Odell Afire. Conway skips in between Small and Jebison, and he's released. Mario Josier Jubri. Here's Sheehan. Dacres Cogley, a run being made by McAtee. Here is McAtee, tries to cut it across, and it comes off the Preston defender and out for a corner.
Yeah, good movement again down that right hand side.
A number of Wanderers subs being called back by Stephen Schumacher as cross comes in, cleared away. Small hits it off Morley and out for a throw-in. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get changes now. Simons, Randall, Farino and Ossie Tutu have come back and taking off.
I think I add Gale to that as well.
Yep. Storey. Away by Gibson. Here's Thordarson. Whiteman. McCann. Closed down by Dacres Cogley. One back by Bolton.
You'll have known that, Derek. McCann, when he moved here from St John's, I thought he would have done much better and established himself more than he has done.
Yep. Yeah, he was a real star for St Johnstone. Here he is on the ball. Preston number 8 holding off Morley. It's in the referee's ear. He felt he was fouled there by Aaron Morley. Didn't see much in that. Here's Thordarson. Whiteman. Cross played towards Jebison. Challenges with Johnson away by Toll.
That was good defensive cover from Toll. He had read the situation, managed to get something on it.
There's Thierry Gale getting his shirt on, the number 11.
You would imagine both wide men will get changed, wouldn't you? Ossie Tutu would imagine on the right hand side.
Yep.
And Gale coming on this side for Mendes Gomez. Randall for McAtee.
I would say so, yeah. Farino for Johnston.
Yeah, I would think so, because we haven't seen Toll and Farino, have we, play this pre-season so far?
Here's Osmiec in behind, a chance for Preston. Big save from Sharman Lowe. Terry Small.
Big save from Lowe Sharman there.
Yeah,
brilliant save.
That's what he's there for. Jebison. Thordarson. Small. Davison plays that ball in behind, but there was no one latching onto that.
I think Max Conway's dealt with it much better this second half defensively, Derek.
Yeah.
I think his positioning has been much better the second half.
Well, Smallwood hasn't really had a kick, has he?
No.
He's dealt with them really well. Dacres Cogley lost one into it, looking for Deshaun Lawrence.
I think it's been a tough afternoon for Deshaun Lawrence.
Yeah.
He hasn't had much support. He's ploughed a lone furrow, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, done a lot of running, but
he has
seen too much of the ball.
Both him and McAtee have done a lot of running, a lot of physical work, but there hasn't been a lot of creativity into them, and not a lot of support into them.
Here's Everson. Story. Small trying to hold off Conway, and he gets it. The touch Max Conway out for a Preston throw, and the referee calls a halt to proceedings because Wanderers are going to make those changes. There's Dave Abimbola, Sam Inwood, and head out for a warm-up down there. The subs now preparing to be brought on. Aaron Morley heading off, as is Carlos Mendes Gomez. So Xavier Simons will come on for Morley. Carlos Mendes Gomez replaced by Jordi Osei Tutu. Deshaun Lawrence also making way, as will be Josh Dacres Cogley, and Owen Toll for Chris Farino. So I wonder if it would be McAtee playing up top, with Randall in behind. Johnston has been given the captain's armband. Small's cross in towards the back post, and it takes a bounce and goes behind for a goal kick.
That was a really dangerous cross that time from this right hand touch line, going towards the back post. Sharman Lowe wasn't too sure, he came and kind of stopped. Thankfully the ball went out of play.
McAtee hauled to the ground, free kick to Bolton on the halfway line. Gibson, the perpetrator, Thierry Gale in a hurry to take this, and he picks out his fellow winger, Mario Cozier-Jubri. Danger for Preston onto his left foot, tries a shot, takes a deflection, and it goes into the back of the net. Everson flat-footed, and just as he did last week, Mario Cozier-Jubri opens the scoring for Bolton Wanderers. Bolton 1, Preston 0.
Well, you saw the two wingers combining there, Derek. Gale with his switch of play out to Cozier-Jubri, who cut inside onto his left foot, thought about the strike, took one step inside again, hit the ball, took a big deflection, beat the goalkeeper. You don't buy a raffle ticket, you don't win it.
Exactly. We have liftoff here at the Tough Sheet. Cozier-Jubri rifles Bolton ahead, courtesy of a deflection, but who cares? And you're quite right there, John. Thierry Gale had a big part to play in that goal. No messing about.
Really sharp restart from Thierry Gale there. Tremendous. And that's what the manager's been preaching, Derek, all this pre-season. You know, he wants to put teams on the back foot. He wants quick restarts. Doesn't want us messing about with the ball. And that's culminated in a goal for us.
Everson launches the ball downfield. Conway wins a header. Story has knocked it long, and Sharman Lowe again coming out to protect his area and just clears it out into the stand. Small. His cross is a poor one, and it goes out for a throw-in over on the far side.
Thought for a second that was out and in. We went behind the goal, back in, but linesman's adamant it's a throw-in on the far side.
Still a bit to go, of course, but it would be a good result to round off proceedings heading into that game a week tomorrow. It's been a really productive pre-season schedule thus far. Max Conway anticipates the pass through to Jebison. McCann. And again he picks the ball up. He's been brilliant, Max Conway, and here come Bolton. Gale into the feet of Randall. And suddenly Preston run the back foot again. Thierry Gale on the byline. He tries to cut the ball across. Oh, it's in! It's Randall this time. He gets on the end of it. The Preston defence at 6s and 7s, and Bolton capitalised. Joe Randall with the second. Bolton 2, Preston 0.
Brilliant again, Derek. We've seen the value of the wide play again. Thierry Gale shown his pace. Started to move off just inside his own half. Continued his run. He's got wide. Kept the ball in play. Cut it back. And there's Joe Randall. Side foot finish. Brilliant football.
Fantastic from Wanderers, and again it's that man Thierry Gale right in the midst of the action. He's only been on it a few minutes and there he's got 2 assists already.
Certainly the boys that have come on the pitch have made a good impact, haven't they, since they've come on just a few minutes ago. There's
a Preston player down in the penalty area. I think he fell awkwardly there, but he's back on his feet now. But they've just been blown away in the last few moments, North End.
Pace is everything, Derek, in that final third. It really is. It gives you problems.
Well, some of the Preston fans heading towards the exits. They've seen enough. Stephen Schumacher just telling Sam Inwood and a few others to get stripped. Shabby Sean down there as well.
You would think George Johnson will be given a bit of a breather for Sam Inwood. I would think Amari will be coming off for Sean. Sean will go onto that right hand side, I would think, give him a breather. He's put in a great shift today.
Oh, Simons is just released. Cozier Dewberry, here come Bolton again, inside the penalty area, tries the shot, right footed, he drags it wide, not too far away. Lovely pass and vision from Simons, and Wanderers really fancy this at the moment.
That would have been a fitting way to end the game for Amari there down the right hand side, Derek. I think the angle in the end was just a bit too tight for him. Right footed across goal, couldn't find that far post.
It's a real joy to watch this at the moment from Bolton. They're putting just now as Farino fouls Osmiech, and he's got a booking as well. I'm not too sure if it's worthy of a yellow card, but Farino enters the book.
Yeah, big Chris Farino getting involved there. Yellow card. Referee was out quick with the yellow card that time.
Shabby Sean will come on for Amario Cozier Dewberry. He'll take the standing ovation from the Wanderers fans. A great shift again from him today.
Made himself very popular with the fans straight away, Derek. Quite deservedly so as well. Standing ovation going off the pitch. Fantastic game from him, as he has been all pre-season.
On comes Shabby Sean. And Sam Inwood is coming on for Max Conway. So he can play out at left back, of course. And he's also put in a great shift. A great pre-season from Max Conway.
He's had a good second half, Max Conway.
Yeah, he can be pleased with his afternoon's work. So a little over 10 minutes of the match remaining. If you are just joining us on the Wanderers YouTube stream, where have you been? Wanderers lead thanks to goals from Cozier Dewberry and Joe Randall. The referee having a word with Chris Farino. Not too sure what's going on here.
I just think there was a bit of a niggle going on between the two of them there. They're shaking hands now. The referee's having a stern word with big Chris Farino.
Whiteman takes a free kick for Preston. Gibson. Preston are about to make another change, incidentally. We're going to see the introduction of Paul Valentin coming on, new signing. Inward. He absolutely lives for challenges like that. George Johnston, ball man and everything. It will be a throw into Preston. Well, Thierry Small trying to give the fans a bit back. And I'm not too sure what's going on here. Valentin is about to come on for the visitors. Summer arrival from Sheffield Wednesday. And off comes Hughes. Crowd just having a bit of fun with Thierry Small there. And Valentin will take this throw in and launches it into the pack penalty area, away by Inwood. McAtee busting a gut to try and keep this in play, but he can't quite do so.
Yeah, really good work from John McAtee. Derek busting a gut to try and get to that ball, even at this late stage in the game. 81 minutes in.
Jebison shows a little bit too much to Sheehan. Here's Simons. Johnston side foots it high, and away by Gibson. Thorderson. Knocked that out of play. I think now Stephen Schumacher will just be hoping to see this out. Another clean sheet. I know he's big on those. And apart from Tuesday night, where he was certainly unhappy with the set piece goal that was conceded, John, but defence has been pretty solid.
No, there were a couple of soft goals, Derek, if you're honest, against Shrewsbury, and then the manager wasn't happy at all with that. You know, clean sheets are a habit.
Yeah.
You know, they become a habit, it becomes the norm, and you know, you've got to fight tooth and nail to keep a clean sheet, and he's been preaching that throughout the pre-season.
Yeah. Can tell you more subs are on the way for Wanderers. Big Dave Abimbola is stripped and about to come on.
That'll be for John McAtee. He's put a good shift in today, no doubt about that.
Sonny Sharples Ahmed also stripped, and I tell you what, Jebison's caught.
He should go.
Sherman Lowe, he should go. He's already on a yellow. I think he's just going to be spoken to here.
That's ridiculous, Derek. You know, if you're going to book players earlier on and give them yellow cards, that's a joke.
Well, he's calling the Preston captain over, and he's let him away with that, which is extraordinary.
Again, it's consistency. Listen, we don't want to see people get red cards for nothing, but you know, the boys just, that's a silly decision there. And I'm sure if it was us, we'd get punished for it.
Yep.
Do we think Sharples Ahmed for Josh Sheehan now as well?
Probably.
There's only 3 existing players that have played the 80 odd minutes so far.
Yep.
George Johnson, Sheehan and McAtee.
Ali McCann goes down under the challenge of Josh Sheehan. The referee calling on the physios as he holds the back of his head. He's back on his feet though, Ali, so don't think he needs medical attention. Those subs will now take place, and it will be Abimbola for John McAtee. And you're right, John, Josh Sheehan also heading off for Sonny Sharples Ahmed.
Do you know, Derek, it's been a really good, worthwhile game today. It really has. I mean, physically as well, there's been a bit of an edge to the game. A bit of local rivalry in there. Well worthwhile. There's been a lot of questions asked of us today, and up to this point we've responded very well.
And it just increases that optimism and belief heading into that game against Stockport. It's a free kick taken forward. Farino took a tumble there, straight through to Sharman Lowe. Here's Sonny Sharples Ahmed's first touch. Ossie Tutu. Simons looks up and was about to ping one out to Thierry Gale, but thought better of it. Sharman Lowe will try and do that though, and what a pass that could be if it comes off. Tremendous pinpoint accuracy. Gale almost bringing it down under control. Valentin blocks him off. Sam Inwood just nods it out into the arms of Stuart McCall. Obviously Tutu goes sliding in, and there'll be a Preston throw midway inside the Bolton half. Valentin. Whiteman. Claims of a handball from Thierry Small, but
there's only one hand, Derek. You only get them if it's two hands.
He's had the slap from here.
Aye. That's where the rugby side of the family comes in.
Here is Everson. Story. Gibson. Ball's played in behind, and Osmic is offside. Well tracked by Chris Farino anyway. Stephen Schumacher just passing on instructions to Xavier Simons. Of course, one man we've not seen today as well is Easton Erahon.
Just come in a little bit too late, Derek, to get involved, I think, today. But he's been taking part in pre-season up until I think the last game at Lincoln played, so he'll be pretty near to that fitness line. They won't be too far behind.
Yeah, I did enjoy his interview yesterday. He's over the moon to sign for Wanderers, and very much looking forward to seeing him in action. Here's Whiteman for Preston. Valentin. Small plays it first time in behind, looking for Jebison. He can't get there. Johnston to Ossie Tutu. That's Shabby Sean. I think as well, when you come through these pre-season fixtures, it's all about minutes in the legs, but you want to come through unscathed as well. No injuries, John. I think that's important, isn't it?
Very important, Derek, especially your season starts next week and it's earnest. There's no medals handed out pre-season, but you want to get through unscathed and fit and ready to go, and it looks like we're, fingers crossed, the last few minutes, but it looks like we're going to do that.
Yep. Here's Sam Inwood. Just asking a little bit too much of Thierry Gale there. Into the final minute of the 90. I can't imagine there'll be any stoppage time really added on here. The referee already looking at his watch. The Wanderers fans leaving here today will certainly feel even more optimistic than they already were heading up to the ground earlier on today. Fourth official just getting the board ready. I'd imagine there'll be an extra minute or so added on. Yep, the solitary minute. I only played 20 seconds over that half time, so...
Is it really worth the bother? Really?
At all. Sharman Lowe pings the ball downfield, and the referee decided just to blow the whistle anyway, and brings an end. A very enjoyable afternoon here at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. 2 second half goals from Mario Cozier-Dewberry, and Joel Randall sets Wanderers up nicely for the season opener at Edgeley Park a week on Sunday. Can't ask for much more from the team today, John, can you?
No, you certainly couldn't, Derek. You know, there's been questions asked of the players. They've all responded. You know, we've seen that since day one, since pre-season started. You know, there's players that have come back with a point to prove, especially in the back of a poor finish to last season. They've all responded very well. Today you could see it. We've got genuine threats in that final third. We've got pace, and everything's gone really well up to this point. So bring on Stockport next Sunday.
I thought Thierry Gale, when he came on, was electric. 2 assists for him in a matter of minutes. He looks like he's going to be a real talent and a real problem for opposition defenders this season.
No, we've got a genuine threat both the left and right hand side now, Derek.
Yeah.
They're going to be very hard to mark. The main thing is keeping these boys fit and active. But yeah, tremendous impact he's made on the game today to Thierry Gale.
Yeah, and, I mean, competition for places is big as well. I mean, you look at the bench today and during pre-season, so much talent there on the bench to bring on, which can impact, and we've seen today, change games.
Well, we saw the impact, and like you said, but the one thing I would say today, the managers kept everybody guessing.
Yeah.
Because Stockport will not have a clue who's starting the game next Sunday.
No.
And I think that was his aim from the outset. But you've got to say, Derek, looking back at the game, big moments in games, and today, Teddy Sharman Lowe made that save when it was 0-0.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant save, kept us in the game at that point. We've gone on and we've responded to that and scored 2 goals and come out with a clean sheet.
Yeah, and there's a big test today against a team at the division higher up in the Championship. Of course, that's where we want to be next season. It's good to see Stephen Schumacher just speaking to Joe Randall as he walks off the pitch there. But there's been a number of interesting tests this summer, John. I mean, Orlando Pirates are no mugs.
Nope.
Through that with flying colours. Hibs last weekend, and then today they've came through it with a real glowing report card.
Absolutely, Derek. It's been a glowing report card. Everything's went right for us so far. Apart from obviously we picked up a few niggly injuries earlier on. I mean, Sam Dalby was a big injury that's affected us, but we somehow got through it, and we've kept playing our football. We've looked exciting, and we've still got to add Sam Dalby into that mix as well when he's fit and ready to come back.
Yep, let's hope we see Big Rich Taylor back soon as well. He's another one. I certainly like the look of him at Barrow, that's for sure, when we were up there. But yeah, the Wanderers fans heading home this afternoon, John. They'll be certainly speaking to them earlier on in the fan zone. There's a lot of optimism in the air, but there'll be even more so after witnessing that today.
Well, yeah, especially after today, Derek, because a lot of them wouldn't have seen the away games.
Yeah.
This will be the first time a lot of them have seen the new players.
Yep.
So to actually see them in person and see the performance today, yeah, they'll be leaving this ground excited and very optimistic for the season.
Yep. Roll on a week on Sunday. We hope you can join us on Wanderers TV for that if you can't make it towards Stockport for the game. But it's finished here at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium this afternoon. Bolton Wanderers 2, Preston North End 0.
One would be good enough for them, but at the moment it's 1-0. They've got to get that one. Pedersen, who is a striker, of course, further forward. The ball in. Oh, it's an own goal! What a disaster for the home team here. The ball has gone in on Tunche. And for the most unlikely source, Bolton Wanderers have got their goal. Davies is onside here. He'll get into the edge of the area late on back for Nolan. That's it. That's good enough. Bolton Wanderers are going through. Kevin Nolan with the goal. He scored at the weekend against Pompey. He scored here in Bulgaria. And Bolton Wanderers for sure now can say hello to the next round of the UEFA Cup.
Just being in Europe, you know, a small town like Bolton, at the season that we have had as a group and where we have come from, to what we have achieved. It was just massive, and going out there and playing in Europe in some very tough environment and did what we did was just something great to be a part of.